All right, we are on page 24, lesson 3, snare drums. Now notice that we have eighth notes in here, and we also have eighth rests as well. You see those little symbols that look like sevens? Those are rests. They get the same amount of time as the actual eighth note, but only you're not going to play during them. So if you look at line 1, all right, I want you to count to yourself and say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now that second measure, you're only going to hit on those ands. If you notice, the rest fall on the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4. So it sounds like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, like that. So back to the third measure with the eighth notes: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, so I'm going to do the whole line now that we're doing a repeat. Number 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1. All right, now look at line 2. If you notice that after the first measure, your rests are falling on the fourth beat. So for that first measure, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Next measure, 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Next measure, 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Now I'm going to do the whole line, all right? It sounds like this: 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'm sorry. Actually, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 and. 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 All right? Line 3 will sound like this: 1, 2, 3, and 4. 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 Line 4 sounds like this. Now notice in line 4 you have eighth rest and quarter rest. That little symbol, the first one that looks like a 7, that's your eighth rest. The other little squiggly one, that's your quarter rest. So line 4 will sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Notice I didn't hit on the 4. Now, on the second measure, it goes 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So I didn't hit on the second beat, I didn't hit on the fourth beat. Now I'm going to do the whole line together. Line 4. And 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right? Line 5 will sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 Line 6 will sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 All right, now look at page 25, snare drum solo number 3. Okay? You have mostly eighth rest in here. There's only one quarter rest at the end of the song, if you notice. If you see at the end down at the bottom, there's a quarter rest. The rest of the rest are eighth rest. I'm going to count as I play, and I'll play slowly. There's no repeats in this, so I'm going to continue to keep going. But I'll stop for each line and tell you what I'm doing. So this is the first line. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Line 2. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Line 3. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right, now line 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. As you notice, it's getting a little trickier each time. Now we are on line 5. It sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The last line sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and